Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Polyester here, and this is my second YouTube channel called Paulie Pops, where I make videos about my hobby of collecting these Funko Pop figures behind me. But today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to look at some of my Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels was my collection of choice. Back in 2005 I started amassing a vast collection of Hot Wheels, over 10,000 cars. You think the 3,000 Funko Pops or something, you should see the 10,000 plus Hot Wheels. And I joined what was called the Redline Club. It was Mattel's special club that you could get some high-end Hot Wheels from for an additional price, not like the dollar cars you see in the stores. They would cost between $15 and $25 generally, and they would be high-end premium limited edition Hot Wheels that you could get directly from Mattel. Now, my passion has obviously shifted. I had a good friend I used to call Sears John, who passed away in 2017, and I kind of lost my passion for Hot Wheels. John would call me every day about, hey, what are you finding out there, buddy? And hitting the stores looking for cars and things. And after he passed, it just, John wasn't calling anymore, and I just kind of lost the passion for it. And in that time, since 2017 to now, my cars have appreciated. I had some cars that were definitely worth some money back in 2017, but the Hot Wheels collectors market has just exploded. There's so many more collectors than there used to be. And some of these are very limited piece counts. The production runs are so low that the supply is low and the demand is high. And the values of some of my cars have just exploded. So I want to show some of these to you because, honestly, some of these cars I've laid eyes on once in the last 6 years, and they've just been in a tote. And given the current values of them, I don't know if I can justify keeping them anymore. So I'm going to show you 15 of my most valuable Hot Wheels that I'm going to most likely part with and sell. And I don't know, I just can't justify keeping them for what they're worth and the amount of interaction I have with them. They're just too valuable to just sit in a tote looked at once in 6 years. So we're going to start out with 15 cars. Everything here is going to be worth at least $200 or more. And we got a couple of ones that didn't even make the cut here. Like this is the 1966 television series Batmobile. This one's only 100 and something, so that one didn't make the cut. These were made to order from the club. It was called it wasn't a selections car exactly, but they put it up for order and they said, we will make as many as you order. And then they had this hologram sticker here on the back that looks like they made 13,000 of these. It's still a relatively low count. They actually have re-released this one. You can get this one from Mattel now in an unlimited capacity. I believe they make 30,000 of everything now. And this was high because it was an in-demand car, being the Batmobile, and they made as many as people would order within, they had an ordering window, and then they capped it off, and it wound up being 13,000. Everyone's individually numbered, and that one wound up being a little bit over $100. Even given all the reprints, people still want the original. Another one that didn't make the cut is the Who You Gonna Call Ghostbusters Ecto. This is a premium design for that one. A lot of intricate painting done on this one, and this one was, let's say, 6,530, I believe. So twice as many Batmobiles as this. And wait a minute, do I have an echo? I do have an echo. Hang on, let me click this setting as I hear myself. There we go. Turn that off. That'll be better. I don't know if you heard the echo, but I definitely heard the echo. Anyway, so twice as many Batmobiles as this. This one goes for about $140. They didn't make the cut. These are the things that did not make the cut. So let's start out here with something that did make the cut. This is the Datsun 240Z, 240Z, if you're in the United States. And this is a Spectraflame car. So Spectraflame means they take the raw body of the car and they give it a high polish so it has a metallic finish when the paint goes over the top, so that you get a super reflective effect of the paint underneath. So the green just really pops with that mirror finish underneath, and they charge more for this. So people balked at the price. This was available in the shop for months and months, sat there unsold, could have even been a year, which is surprising given the value today. And they only made 3,500 of these. Now, obviously, economics plays a factor. This would have been, when did they make this? Let me grab my glasses here. This would have been in 2012, so, you know, we were still in some economic recovery there, so money was scarce for collectibles, which also played a factor why people weren't willing to pay. Let's say, I always get confused because of the US exchange rate. Well, let's say the average car cost $15 or $20. This would have been $25, and people balked at the additional price and like, you're making me pay extra because of the high polish, and they didn't buy it. And now this car today sat unsold in the shop. Today it's going to cost you roughly $300. The one that there's only one on eBay right now, and they're asking $350 for it. So these are completed sales because they're in green. There were best offers accepted, so I don't know what they sold it for, but I think it's safe to say that it sold for at least $200. The current one on eBay is they're asking $350 for it, and I can't believe that you could have had as many as you wanted in the shop. Get the time machine going, Ma. We're going back in time. We're going to buy all those unsold Datsuns that sat in the shop. I believe it even went on sale when they had a promo sale at one time, like 20% off select items on the website, just to get rid of them. Can you imagine? That's true. All right, next one we're going to show you here is the Mercury Cyclone here. This is a nice car. Mercury Cyclone. Was this a regular series car or what? I think it was. No, maybe it was just special. I think it was a special made, not made to order, but a special limited run. Got that high polish finish on there too. That red, you can see that red really pops with the exposed engine there on the Cyclone. And they only made 3,000 of these. Only 3,000. 1965 Mercury Cyclones. What's this one going for? This one is also in the $225, $200 range today. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Never get rid of your treasures, kids. There's something out there, you know, that you collect. Don't let your parents throw it away, because you never know what it could be worth to somebody someday. Hang on to your treasures as much as you can. There's one thing that I've always heard in my time collecting toys is people that would say, I had this and that and the other, and my parents threw them all away. Same old story. You hear it over and over and over again. Don't let it happen to you. All right, next car here. This is a DeLorean. This is the DeLorean DMC-12 with those gull wings. Now, this car in real life was stainless steel. Stainless steel. They never painted these, from the DeLorean Motor Company. And they only made 4,000 of these. And today, what does this cost you? $247, $200. It's at least a $200 car there again. And I would have paid, you know, 20 bucks. 20 bucks. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good rate of return, would you say? Next one here stays in the DeLorean family. This is going to be the most famous DeLorean of all, the one from Back to the Future. So it's got the Mr. Fusion on the back here, and this is the time machine. Back to the Future time machine from the movies. Marty McFly and Doc Brown. They only made 3,300 of these. Now, when the club started, they were making almost 15,000 at its peak. But then once the economic downturn hit, they had to really cut back because they couldn't sell 12 or 15,000 cars anymore. And they sit there and they basically had to give them away. So they gradually reduced production runs of cars to kind of find the sweet spot of enough demand for the people who were still in the club and sell them out without, selling them out too quickly, because you want to find the sweet spot, sell just enough that you don't have any leftovers. So they wound up settling on this 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 range. And as I said, since then, the number of collectors have increased drastically. So the people who want to go back and get the previous releases from the club are having to pay premium prices to get them now because of the scarcity. So today, this DeLorean time machine looks like it's going to cost you about $400, $375, $400 for that time machine. Love that car. It's a really cool one. Next one is this one. The Chevy 1985 Chevy IROC Camaro IROC Z. Nice car, look there. This is what they call the Real Rider series. And for Real Riders, they have real rubber tires on them. Tires that look and feel like the real thing. This was part of a series that made 6 Real Rider cars that year for Series 11. What year would that have been here? That would have been 2012, looks like. 2012, car number 3 of 6 with a 4,000 production run. Only 4,000 of those. And today, the IROC is going to cost you about $300. Unbelievable, huh? Unbelievable. All right, next one we have here is another car with an exposed engine from Real Riders. Is this from the same year? It also says 2012 and 4,000 made. Oh yeah, Series 11. It is from the same year as the IROC. So if you were collecting the Real Rider series in 2011, you were doing pretty okay. This is the 1966 Supernova Chevy Nova. My mom always tells the story that this didn't sell very well. The Nova didn't sell very well in countries where they speak Spanish because Nova means doesn't go. So who wants to buy a car that doesn't go? So this is the Supernova. Got a nice graphic on the back and that exposed engine again. And 4,000 made of that one. This one's going to cost you a little bit more than the IROC. There's a completed sale for $620. That one says that's a sample though, so I'm assuming it doesn't have the holographic. Oh, well, you can't see it here. The holographic numbered sticker on it. If it's a sample, here's one that actually has the number 823 out of 4,000 for $550. There's one $475. So, yeah. Next, what do we got here? Okay, so this takes us into the Gulf Racing series. So Gulf gas stations sponsored a racing team, and we have some cars here that are done up in the Gulf colors, that baby blue and orange. So this is the first one here. This is they made a few of them. I don't have them all, but I have 5 of them here to show you. So this was a series of 4. This was number 3 of 4. A Volkswagen drag Beetle. So it's a Beetle that's made like a drag racing car here. Again, you see that high polish with that baby blue popping through there, the Gulf logo. And this one is out of, what do they make of these? 4,000. 4,000 of these. This is actually one of the cheapest ones from the Gulf series. And this Gulf one goes for about, $250 to $325, it looks like. And after that, we have another Volkswagen product. This one is called the Volkswagen Drag Bus. Look at that mirror finish on the blue. They do a great job on these. And these are those real rubber tires with the ridges on the tires, too, for all these. This is number 4 of 4 from that series, a Volkswagen Drag Bus. And it looks like the Drag Bus cost you about $400. I don't know why. I think that one's an aberration. I think the $400 price is a little more accurate. Day to day, there's, you know, 3-4 in a row that are $400. So, yep. And the reason I'm showing these, you know, is not to brag or anything. I just want to document it because I probably am going to sell them. So I would like to, you know, just show these off before they're completely gone, so that I have proof that when I tell my story, back in my day I used to have this car or whatnot, I can actually prove it because it's on video instead of just some, you know, urban legend story. Oh yeah, I had that car. I'll be able to show you, yes, I did indeed have that car. All right, so next we're moving on to another Gulf car, and this one is the 1967 Chevrolet Camaro, same style, with the high polish and the rubber tires. And this was, okay, so they did 6 of these. So one year they did 4, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is one of 2. So they, what is the other one in this series? I think, is it a Porsche? I'm not sure. But one year they did 4 Golf, and the next year they did 2 Golfs. So this Golf will cost you about $600 for the Camaro. Yeesh. Next one, I think we're going even higher, maybe? No, maybe not. Maybe not. So speaking of Porsche, and this is one of 4, so this is the first series, one of 4 there. The Porsche 917K, that's a race car, as you can see with the low profile Porsche there. So how many did they make of the Camaros? They made 4,500 of the Camaros and 4,000. So the first year Golf stuff, they made 4,000. And then the second year they made 4,500. So there's the Porsche, and that'll run you about $500. Those are completed sales, so people paid those prices on the Porsche. Next, do we have any more Golf, or is that it? Oh, we do have one more Golf. Where's that one? Okay, to round out, this is actually one of the more popular cars from the series, which surprised me. To round out the first year series of 4, this is number 2 of 4, and this is the Ford GT40 race car. I like the orange rims on that, on those rubber tires. And this one, $600. $600. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Remember, I paid like $25 at the most for any of these. Crazy. Being, you know, membership has its privileges with the club, right? Who would have ever dreamed? Now here's another car that sat unbought and had to go on discount because people weren't willing to pay the extra for that Spectraflame paint and polishing. This is the Shelby Cobra 427. Now, this is for Carroll Shelby. We have a picture of him up here. He was a builder and a racer, and this was his car, the Shelby Cobra. You know, it was a famous race car. Special commemorative edition. So what is it commemorating here? Let's read the back of this one. So it says, in memory of legendary sports car builder, race car driver, and Hot Wheels friend Carroll Shelby, born January 11th, 1923. My mom's figuring out what his astrological sign is right now. Till May 10th, 2012, Hot Wheels proudly supports the Carroll Shelby Foundation and has made a donation in Carroll Shelby's honor. The Carroll Shelby Foundation is dedicated to providing financial support for children and medical professionals to help overcome life-threatening health issues worldwide and promoting continuing educational development. This was made in 2013. Only 4,000 of them in honor of the late, great Carroll Shelby, famous builder. And it sat unsold. People wouldn't buy it. I promise you, because I was a thriving member of the club at that time, so I know what was available in the store. This wound up going on clearance. People wouldn't buy it because they were offended that it was more money than the regular Redline Club cars. And now today, it costs you $600. Isn't it wild? It's true though. Proof's in the pudding. Those are completed sales right there. All right, 4 left to go. I don't know if you're enjoying this video or if it's dull and boring, but here we are. Like I said, this is for me to document it when they're gone. So I remember, you know, if I miss them one day, I can watch this video. I don't know if I'm going to miss them or not. I really don't. Like I said, I like them a lot. You know, Carol Shelby, I like your car. It's really cool, but do I $600 like it? You know what I mean? So I think Carol and I are going to have to part ways here. So next we have another series of cars that are based on a builder by the name of Pete Brock. And this is the BRE Datsun, and that stands for Brock Racing Enterprises. So he was another builder who was famous for racing Datsuns. And this is a Datsun 240Z here, 240Z. You're in the United States. And we go ahead and let's go ahead and read the back of this. These builders, let's give them some props for their history. With its sleek lines and distinctive red, white, and blue livery, the original BRE, Brock Racing Enterprises Datsun 240Z, took on many of Europe's best sports cars and beat them to the checkered flag, winning back-to-back national championships in 1970 and 1971. And this Hot Wheels reproduction captures the excitement of racing during that era. So this is from the early 70s, Datsun racing against European competitors. Made in 2014. There's only 4,500 of these, this BRE Datsun. And today, that one will cost you $300. But that isn't the most famous Datsun. Where is it at here? Find it. Uh-oh. No! Well, there goes all my value. Is it here? Where's my Datsun? Hang on a minute. I found it. And that's why you put these in these little protectors here, so when you drop them, you don't damage them, you know? These outer clamshells here. So this is the most famous Datsun of Pete Brock's here. This is the Datsun Bluebird 510. This was made the year before the Datsun 240Z. And this says, the original Brock Racing Enterprises Datsun 510 roared around the top road racing courses in North America, capturing numerous victories and 2.5 Trans Am championships with ace driver John Morton at the wheel. Hot Wheels is proud to present our take on this historic racing vehicle. So only 3,000 of these made in 2013. I think this one sold out very quickly, but I got one. And today, this is one of the heavy hitters here. We're finishing strong on this video. This is about $850, $875, over $800 for this car here today. All right, 2 left to go. Next, we're gonna go with, don't you fall now. There we go. Next, we're gonna go with this, something completely different, some M&Ms. Hot Wheels and M&Ms collaborated and made this vehicle. They made a few different, you know, candy company cars. This is something special. And only 4,000 of these made. Get this ready here. This is the M&Ms. Wait a minute, the green one, she's got her boots. Look at that. Hey, hey, somebody call Fox News. The green one's got her boots back. No, when did they make this? 2013, the M&M's car here. Tucker Carlson will buy this one just for the boots. He loves her with the boots. That's the M&M that he wants to sleep with. All right, so this is what they call the Cool Combi. It's like a Volkswagen van shortened here. The Cool Combi. Look at that. Look at that gold and the decos with all the M&Ms on it there. Same thing on the other side. Well, we got the big branded logo, and there's all the M&M mascots on the back. This one is individually numbered. It's got that hologram sticker on the bottom here too. Out of 4,000, And it's got surfboards sticking out of the back with the door open on the back there. Very popular. Very popular car. And it just sits in this box. I don't do anything with it. Just sits on a shelf in this box. Nobody looks at it. So that's why I think it's time to part with it, even though it's worth about $1,200. Time to go. All right, but that's... Now we're going to finish with the pièce de résistance, my most valuable Hot Wheel in my entire collection. And story about this, I told you about my friend Sears John, who passed away. This was released around Christmas time. This is called the 1955 Chevy Bel Air Gasser, the candy striper gasser. This was released around Christmas time one year. What year would that have been? 2014. And I said to my buddy John, I said, "Are you going to get that gasser?" And he says, "Nah." And I said, "Well, why not?" And he goes, "Well, Christmas is coming up. I gotta buy gifts for my family and stuff, so I'll pick it up later." And I said, "John, you're not going to be able to get this later. Everybody on the club is just frothing at the mouth for this car. If you just think you're going to get this later, you're going to have to pay through the nose to get it." And he goes, "Well, I don't know if I can afford it. I got to think about buying gifts for my family for Christmas." So I said, "I'll tell you what, John, let me buy it for you." I said, "I'll log into your account, give me the password, I'll buy it, and the next time I see you, I'll give you the money to reimburse you for the cost of it. It'll be like my Christmas present to you and buy you this car." And so I did, and he had one, and then, you know, he passed away like 3 years later, and I wound up helping sell his collection with his brother-in-law so that the money could go to his two daughters, because, you know, they didn't know Hot Wheels. They didn't know what Hot Wheels were worth. You know, they all looked the same, daughters. So his brother-in-law and we set up at a toy show and sold off his cars, and I think we sold this one for we sold this for $300, 2017. So it did, you know, it had some value in 2017 when he passed. But now, you know, this cost $30 delivered. Get it to his house, you know, with the shipping. And I gave him the money next time I saw him, and I said that. And then once he got it, he saw right away that interest was peaked on eBay. It was selling for over $100, like almost instantly. And he goes, "You see what that car is selling for?" And I said, "I told you, John, like, you thought you're going to be able to pick this up cheap later on. Why we had to order it right away and get it in your hands." He's like, "Man, I'm so glad you got that for me. Thanks so much, buddy." It was happy to do it. So this has all this pinstriping on the hood here, the pink pinstriping, the exposed engine. This was a very popular casting. It still remains a pretty popular casting today, even in the main line. This was the one that started it all for the Bel Air Gasser hype, and they only made 4,000 of these. There's the schematics on the back that's the design that Hot Wheels artist puts into it to figure out what the car is going to look like from all angles. And yeah, so what's this go for today? All right. Today's price, $1,700, $1,600. Yeah. $1,550, $1,500. It's $1,500 strong, this car today. I don't know what that is. That's something else. But yeah. $1,700 sold. Crazy, huh? All right. Well, just wanted to show y'all that. And I sure do miss my buddy Sears John and our collecting days. And, makes me think what he would be saying about the value of this car today if he was still around. Because he was shocked when it was going for over 100. And, when we sold it for 300, it was a decent price. was a decent price for what it was going for at the time. But now, going for so much more. Who knows? Maybe if I look at this video 6 years from now and compare the prices, maybe they'll be even higher. Or maybe they won't. Who knows? I don't think I want to wait another 6 years and hold on to them and see what they're worth. So I think the time has come. And yeah, so I appreciate you watching this video to the end if you did. Like I said, I mainly made this video for myself and my mom, just to show her what I have going on with my collection and the point I'm at in my collection. So just wanted to document these Hot Wheels, and we'll see what the future brings. Maybe you're in the future right now, 6 years from now, and going, man, I can't believe he sold his Bel Air candy striper gasser for $1,700. It's worth $5,000 now, or who knows what. Maybe it won't be worth a spit. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate the time that you spend with me here on my channel, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.